This mutation is called Time Lock, and it is being played on Lock and Load. We have 3 mutators active. We have Mag-nificent, Speed Freaks, and Time Warp. So I would say these mutators are kind of more annoying than they are difficult, because there can be a lot of harass from Amon's side. So as you can see over here, Time Warps can interfere in your structure building, and Mag-mines can ninja you and nuke you if you are not paying attention. But Karax's hero probe over here is already starting to clear this side, and Karax is going to take his expansion over here. A bunch of orbital strikes go down just to clear up whatever is left of the rocks. And over here we have Zagara that is just starting to macro up here. So Karax has already taken his expansion, and the expansion will help Karax get his economy up and running. As you can see over here, Karax's hero probe is already starting to trigger these mag-mines and just slowly clear up whatever he can, and just makes his path a little bit easier, and reduces the chance that he'll just get ninja'd by something he's not really paying attention to. I think one of those mines managed to hit his pylon, I think. Just kind of interesting over here. Probe just looking around now, and it's gotten this Time Warp. This Time Warp can actually slow down your structure production as well, the speed that you build your Nexus. So it does get kind of annoying if you are not paying attention. So if a Time Warp would come over here and cover the side up, it will actually slow down the building process. Production-wise, again, we have very standard builds from both players, Zagara and Karax. Karax is going to be a little bit of a slower commander to play. Zagara can be hyper aggressive on this map and they clear very quickly. One of the things that does make this mutator combination a little bit difficult is Speed Freaks. So trying to end this mission as quickly as possible is probably a very high priority on the player's side, because as soon as the double attack wave starts spawning, can get very tricky and very annoying to defend against multiple attack waves from multiple sides. But we'll see what their plan is. So we have a cannon that has gone down now to clear one of Karax's gases. The other gases is going to be... there we go. So this is the other cannon, and you can see over here, Speed Freaks. This thing is already starting to spaz out, and will be making its way towards the central lock. Now, the path that it takes is usually from the southern side, but sometimes it does go from the northern side as well. You can see over here, really fast moving attack wave, and Zagara does get caught in the Time Warp here, and I think surrounded. No, she does drop a Baneling Barrage there. Does help a little bit, but these Daleks are now uninterested in attacking Zagara, and they decide to just go and deal with try and capture this lock. As you can see, those mag-mines up on the high ground can cause a lot of problems for Zagara, but there we go. And Zagara manages to push through. The Zealots are still over there to try and clear, but Zagara's last Baneling Barrage just comes up and cleans up this side here. And Zagara is just going to go push through and just trigger these mag-mines manually. Oh, yeah, there we go. Zagara's kind of fat, so she does tend to end up getting smoked by the mag-mines relatively quickly. Zagara has taken her expansion over here and is starting to drone up on this side. And as you can see over here, a Time Warp has gone down over this forge, and it is slowing down the research the research build here. So it does get kind of annoying over here. And Chrono Boost has gone down now, and that is going to accelerate Karax's research over here. Production wise, everything is normal, and the players are just right now the players are just powering up. It's very important to make sure that they have enough units and enough structures to enough production to be able to capture these locks with relative ease. You don't want to end up losing your entire army and then have nothing to deal with some of the harass waves that will be coming up. This lock is going to be captured. Those units have actually spawned from the production over here. The production on this side will actually send a bunch of units at it's usually around the 6-minute mark, 6 minutes 30 seconds. There will be a bunch of units that will be sent over to try and cap this lock. That is why that lock has been captured. It's not an actual attack wave. Zagara is over here, and she has a large number of banelings on this side. Is here. Not sure what that was, but Zagara's on the side, and Karax is simply powering up. He's going to be playing a more support role for Zagara, so he's going to be backing Zagara up with Spear of Fadoon abilities and fortifying the positions with photon cannons and static defenses, as you can see over here. We have a bunch of shield batteries in the front line, and we have the cannons on the back there. And this is basically the ideal positioning for your static defenses. There's a little bit of a push on this side. Oh, I see what they're trying to do. Okay, that's very clever. So what Zagara is doing over here is just running the Zerglings through to try and trigger all these Mag-mines so that her Banelings that she's going to be pushing into the later stages of the game do not get smoked by these Mag-mines. So that's what those were some sacrificial hero Zerglings. They will be remembered for their sacrifice.
Research complete.
And the same idea is being done over here. Just trigger those Mag-mines so that she can push in later on and not have to deal with the risk of losing her entire army to a bunch of Mag-mines. So those areas are all completely cleared. So this lock is empty, and that area has been cleared as well. So now Zagara can just push in with her Banelings. A large number of Banelings just come through and just smash the enemy defenses on this side. We do have a bunch of Hunter Killers here to deal with the carrier. Carrier will go down very quickly, and this lock has been cleared right now. There's a ping from Zagara telling her ally to come in and cap this lock. So this area has been cleared. And yes, so as we can see over here, Karax is going for a complete static defense build over here. And you can see it works really well. The shield batteries in the front with a bunch of photon cannons at the back. We have one Kaidaran monolith. Well, we have a couple of Kaidaran monoliths over here just to deal with the high HP units in the attack waves. But overall, this is relatively good. And Karax is going to start fortifying this position right now, while Zagara pushes into the next lock. Again, as you can see, these time warps can get really annoying after some time, because they will interfere with the speed at which you build your stuff. So there is, as I said earlier, there is a bunch of production structures on this side, so they will start harassing you on. They will start harassing this player until they end up clearing this side. So again, a bunch of Zerglings just run through. There are a bunch of Dark Templars that are on the side, so there's a bunch of Colossi as well that end up roasting these Zerglings. And now we have the double attack wave that is coming to capture these locks. So this one is going to be targeting this one first, but because this one has been captured, it's going to move down here, and this one is going to be going towards the central lock. Let's pull up the mini-map again. It disappeared. A Purifier Beam has gone down to deal with that. Speed Freaks makes it really difficult to cast this because the things move really lightning fast. So I think those were a bunch of Zerglings. Oh, that was a Purifier Beam, I think, that went to that side. But yeah, Speed Freaks makes it really difficult to... but yeah, we have a bunch of roaches over here, which is just explode into lots of tiny little bits. But this lock has been captured, and Karax is going to start fortifying this position over here. The other thing to note is notice the burrowed drone on here. So you can burrow a drone when you are playing up against Protoss and when you are playing up against a Zerg composition, because Protoss will send an observer which cannot cap a lock because it is cloaked. It'll also and Zerg will send an overseer, which again cannot cap the lock because your burrowed drone is there. But against Terran, Terrans will send ravens, which will drop little turrets to harass your drone. So do not burrow your worker if you are playing up against Terran, because they'll send ravens, and ravens are really annoying. If you're up against Zerg or Protoss, you can burrow your drone and it'll be perfectly safe. So that's just a little bit of information for you guys if you are playing this mission. And this is on normal missions as well. It's not necessarily like it's not strictly for mutations. It's just a standard strategy here for lock and load. Again, a bunch of Zerglings to go in and just harass and just aggro all these Mag-mines over here. Again, very important to clear those Mag-mines before you send your main army in. You do not want your Banelings to get roasted by these Mag-mines. The Banelings are really expensive. So a really good play here on Zagara's side. And again, Karax has completely fortified this position. These locks are essentially captured. And Zagara is going to use her Frenzy now to start clearing this side. There is an attack wave on here, but this attack wave again, this area has been completely fortified. No risk of being captured by Amon, and the Banelings just move in to clear whatever is left of the defenders on this side. Again, Banelings deal a lot of damage, and we have some Karax support here just to weaken the defenders on that side. We have a roach drop that has dropped over here, but these roaches are going to go down relatively quickly. The hybrid dominator and the sheer number of defenses on this side. Lots of immortals there, just completely end up shredding the roaches. But both these locks have been weakened now, so Zagara's next push should be significantly more effective in being able to capture these locks. Again, as you can see, this time warp over here can be very, very annoying if you are trying to construct your buildings with there. So this is an interesting play. The attack waves that come in to try and cap the locks actually spawn from these two bases on the side. So they spawn from here, and they spawn from this side over. Where is it? They spawn from this side over here.
Your nexus point is
So if you were to put static defenses on both those sides, you can actually lock the enemy in, and the enemy can't actually capture any of the blocks because it's going to be stuck trying to take out these areas over here. So that's some interesting play from Karax's side. Very, very good idea. And yeah, Zagara has completely cleared this lock and is free to capture this side now. So Karax will be sending a probe over just to get that lock. We just have one more lock remaining. I'm not sure if the players are going to be doing their bonus objective. They can do it right now. They're basically spawn camping the enemy. It's not going to be a problem for them if they want to capture this bonus objective.
Your allies have entered
Over here we have a bunch of storms coming down on some of the Zerglings. It actually does a lot of damage. A lot of Banelings were lost in that. Actually, that number might not be completely accurate, but there we go. Just lost, like, Karax has only lost 2 cannons there, which is really, really impressive considering Speed Freaks is there. So apparently the enemy decides, you know what, I'm going to ignore the static defense, I'm just going to go and take a detour over here. But again, there are defenses on this side to be able to hold. A bunch of zealots. Yeah, we have a bunch of orbital strikes just coming in clear. Stun with the orbital strike works really well as well. It keeps the enemy in position so you can readjust your position a little bit. They are attacking this side. I don't know if this guy. I think the Skydaran monolith might go down. Yeah, Skydaran goes down over here, but Zagara has already started pushing into this this block over here. Roach drop comes down, and is there going to be a frenzy? I'm not sure the frenzy was activated there, but that hybrid dominator goes down, which is the most difficult thing to deal with in this lock. That dominator does a lot of damage. It storms, it has plasma blast. This ends up doing a lot of damage here. But this lock has also been cleared, so essentially the players are now free to win the game. I'm not sure if they want to do the bonus objective. Yeah, it looks like they are going for the bonus. Again, these time warps again can, if you're not really paying attention, you can get caught in the time warp and then get nuked by a mag-mine.
Your enemy strikes at a pylon.
Now Karax is starting to fortify this position as well. This is going to be a little bit more difficult to clear because there are a few mag-mines on this side. And the attack wave might actually spawn in here. But yeah, Zagara is going to try and clear this this construct over here. Let's get the mini-map up again. Purifier Beam goes down, clears up the hybrids, and the hybrid actually managed to survive that Purifier Beam. But I believe Karax is not paying attention to that because he's... where this attack wave's coming up. Okay, there we go. He's going to the middle lock over here. Again, lots of static defenses over here. But there are a lot of zealots there with Void Rays. This can do a lot of damage. I think the players are focused on like dealing with this construct. Yeah, so the construct will go down. Bonus objective is complete. And now the players only have to cap this last lock, which is pretty much a freebie. There are a few static defenses left in terms of photon cannons, but those things will go down relatively quickly. There we go, Kaidar and Law, let's start to DPS this thing down. A bunch of Immortals and Colossi that were hiding at the back there, I didn't actually notice that. That must have been from the attack wave that was there earlier. But again, they get deleted by Zagara, and now we have a final couple of pylons just flexing on Amon right there. But yeah, this mission has essentially been locked down. Static defenses on this side, static defenses on this side. Enemies not leaving its base. We have a very powerful army from Zagara. And the static defenses are pretty much all the locks here that will lock them down. And yeah, that is the end of the mission. All 5 locks have been captured. That is GG.